Okay, let's get in here. Let's have a look at outliers. So the definition of what an outlier is that it's a data point that's quite a long way away from the rest of the data. So you can see here we've got a bunch of data all on the left hand side, and there's quite a distance between that and the little value on the right hand side. And because the distance between it is quite large compared to the spread of the data, that's what makes it an outlier. So let's have a look at a few examples. So if I've got this one here, you can see the vast majority of my data is here. Now I've got these little bits on the side. The question is, are they far enough away to be outliers? And when you look at how spread out most of the data is, these points here are still very close to the bulk of that data. So these I personally would say, are not an outlier. They're just data values that are a little bit more spread out. What about this one? So we've got a bulk of our data here, and we've got this point here. So if I look at how spread out most of the data is, and then I look at how far away that point there is, that's starting to get its reasonable way. I'm not sure if it's completely far enough. So in this case, I would talk about it being a possible outlier. Okay, so I'll be a little bit more cautious. I can't say definitely, but there is this gap between them, which is a decent size gap. So maybe it might be an outlier. What about this data set? So again, you can see if I was to draw my shape over the top of it, there's still quite a number of data points here. So I couldn't say that any of those are particularly outliers because then none of them are a long way away compared to I've got data here, so I've still got quite a bit of data going on. So that means it just is right skewed, but they are not necessarily outliers. Last example. So if I look at the bulk of my data here, okay, this point there, that's quite some distance away. So when I look at how far apart that is, that's a reasonable distance away. So yes, I would say that when we're talking about the price here, there is an outlier at a value of $80. Thanks very much for watching.